Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing? I was going to say the day. Okay, happy Wednesday. I thought it was Wednesday because I didn't live stream yesterday. How's everyone doing? Oh my goodness! Excuse me. Wednesday. I thought it was Wednesday because I didn't live stream. Crap. Mute. God, I hate hearing my own voice. Hey, preschool granny, Melanie, Donald, Broken Justice, Mike, Cement Shoes. Is that it? Good morning. Donald says, we never allowed anyone to forget December 7th, 1941. If know a veteran, say thank you. Well, thank you, Donald, for your service. Thank you to all the men and women who served our country and still serves our country. So today is the day, it's the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. On the morning of December 7th, 1941, the Japanese Imperial Navy launched a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. More than 2,000 Americans were killed amid the bombings, which destroyed a significant number of U.S. battleships and airplanes. In a speech to Congress the following day, President Franklin D. Roosevelt called the day of the attack a date which will live in infamy. Shortly thereafter, Congress passed a declaration of war against Japan, casting the United States into World War II. My uncle was actually, just a little history lesson there. My uncle was actually at Pearl Harbor, but he never talked about it. I just, learned it from my dad. My dad just said he just didn't like to talk about it. So I don't know, what he experienced there. Be interested to know, but unfortunately, Uncle Hoyt has passed away. He was a good guy, though. Anyways, guys, I didn't do a live stream, of course, yesterday morning. I thought I made a post, but it didn't post. I even had pictures of the animals in it. But anyways, I was telling y'all that I had some errands to run. So I went out and did a little looking around yesterday and got the kittens a stocking. I just bought one stocking. They can share it. Lady and Skylar, the beagles, they already had a stocking that they shared. Anyways, I got some little toys for them. And I swear to God, Cleo is so nosy. She about found them in the bag, but I got them out real quick and put them in her stocking. They're for her and Zoe. Anyways, the Dollar Tree has some really cute stuff for Christmas. Some of it's tacky. I only ended up with like a little gnome, a little sign, and he's shaped like a gnome, and he has a black and white like little checked hat on, and he's got a little sign that says Merry Christmas. I should have got two of them, but I only ended up getting that. I think that's all I got for as decorations. Yeah, they did have some cute Christmas socks there. So I did get some gingerbread Christmas socks. I got some more stuff. I can't even remember what I've got. But thank God most of my Christmas shopping's done. I've got a package from Amazon to pick up. I ordered Timothy a disco light, which is really cool. It came with the remote. And actually the lights, you can sync them with music. Isn't that cool? So he's been wanting one of those. He's kind of like me. He likes the hippie stuff. The cool stuff. So that's in the mail, and I want to get that out and make sure it works. I may have to send it back if it doesn't, but it had pretty good reviews. What else was I going to tell y'all? Oh, crap. I can't remember. I bought a bunch of different little things at the Dollar Tree. They actually got some good makeup products there right now. Ioni, I think it's called Ioni or something. They sell really good lashes. And actually, other places that sell that brand of lashes, they're kind of expensive. Skylar's going to start on us, guys. Hold on one second. Let me get over to my StreamYards because I don't want her to start howling. She'll get Lady started. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me make sure Cleo's not taking Skylar's food. I know it's funny, right? A little kitten taking a dog's food. She does that, though. Hold on. Skylar Rain. What is it? better stop it. Here, I'll give you a treat. Sorry, guys. I had to get the treats out and give her one. Here, Ladybug. So she wouldn't start her crap, because we're going to talk about Oakley Carlson this morning. Let me get my little note right here. I wrote myself. So she was reported missing December 6, 2021, which yesterday made a year that she reported missing. Okay, I can't talk. But she's not physically been seen since February 2021. So she hadn't been seen in almost a year before she was reported missing. Almost a year, not quite a year. Let me, I want to share her picture. Hey, Melanie. Good morning, sweetie. Listening in. I know how that is. So the reward for her has reached over $85,000. And if I'm going to refresh y'all's memory, I forgot about this case. I think somebody mentioned her name in my chat the other day, and that name just wasn't familiar to me. Sometimes I have to sit down and read things. It's just we talk about so many missing kids. I mean, it's a shame, but I forget their names. I do, which I have trouble with my memory from PTSD and being ADHD. Okay, so she is the little girl that the principal actually reported missing. The principal of the school actually reported her missing. I'm going to read y'all the article. And the reason she reported her missing is because Oakley's sister had a play date with the principal's daughter. And she started asking Oakley's sister questions and said she hadn't seen Oakley in a long time. And her eyes welled up with tears. And, as the principal asked the child more questions, she said Oakley was eaten by wolves. Her mom said Oakley was eaten by wolves and she's not supposed to talk about Oakley. And that's when the principal picked up the phone and called police. They went and done a welfare check and discovered that Oakley was not there, that she'd been gone for a long time. Anyways, the parents were charged with manslaughter, but that was later dropped. And they just went to jail for endangering the welfare of Oakley's sibling. Okay. A reward for a missing Washington girl, Oakley Carlson, who vanished over a year ago, has reached more than $85,000. The reward has been raised in an effort to locate 6-year-old Oakley, who was reported missing on December 6, 2021, but hasn't been physically seen since February 2021. She just had a birthday too, guys. Fox 13 Seattle reports Oakley lived with foster parents until a week before she turned 3. She was then returned to her birth family in Oakville. She disappeared soon after. I really am hopeful that more people will kind of hear about it and look into it and realize money does talk. If people know something, but they've been afraid to tell someone about it, it's worth talking to someone about. Oakley's foster mom, Jamie Jo Hiles, told the outlet. Neighbors of the birth family previously said they had not seen Oakley in quite some time. One person in the Oakville neighborhood said that it had been so long since Oakley was seen that the school bus eventually stopped coming to pick her up. Oakley was reported missing after deputies arrived at her family's home to perform a welfare check at the request of Oakville Elementary School Principal Jessica Swift. Swift said the first time she noticed something odd was when she brought supplies to Oakley's parents in December 2021, following a house fire that destroyed many of their belongings. There's probably making mess and blew up the house, true snow. Jordan had let us know that there was a fire, so I had gone to check on them and offer support and drop off supplies from the school right after the fire. I saw all the other kids running around playing, and I didn't see Oakley, and I thought it was a little odd. I asked where she was, and they told me that she was in her room in timeout. You know what I would have said? I would have said, well, can I just stick my head in the door and say hi to her? 2 weeks later, Swift returned to the home and again didn't see Oakley. Later, Oakley's 6-year-old sister went to Swift's home for a play date with Swift's daughter. And that's when Swift learned that Oakley had not been seen in a while. Poor little child, isn't she cute? On a play date with my daughter and Oakley's sister, I asked questions about Oakley, Swift told News Nation. And it came out over the course of those questions that Oakley wasn't living with them anymore. I can't describe the feeling I had at that moment, sitting on that couch with that little girl when she said that. I can't imagine. I'd say her heart, you know that feeling of your heart dropping in your stomach? Swift said immediately she contacted Grays Harbor police and made a report. When police searched the home, they saw no sign Oakley had ever been there. The birth parents have both denied knowing what happened to Oakley. Well, they killed her. That's what happened to her. Police arrested Bowers and Carlson in December 2021 and initially charged them with manslaughter concerning Oakley's disappearance. Those charges were dropped, citing lack of evidence, but they were both charged with neglect in connection with Oakley's sister. Oh, if they can ever locate her little body, them son of a bitches will be gone. They'll be charged first-degree murder. Look at them. You can tell they're on drugs. Just look at his face, picking it, been smoking meth. Her hair looks like a freaking rat's nest in the back. Look at them dead eyes there. And that one right there is smiling. I don't know what he's got that smirk on his face about. And she looks like a mean old bitch. Investigators interviewed the 6-year-old who said her mother told her not to talk about Oakley. She eventually admitted she hadn't seen her sister in a long time. She began crying when detectives asked her if Oakley was hurt. Her mother, Jordan, told her not to talk about Oakley and that she had gone out to be eaten by wolves, a police report read. The police questioned Bowers about Oakley's disappearance. She allegedly became furious and refused to answer questions because she harmed Oakley, and she knows that she harmed her. Both of them did. She became enraged, yelling, clenching her fists, refused to answer any further questions about the welfare or well-being of her daughter, the report read. Well, they should have tased her. That's what they should have done, calmed her little ass down. Investigators would like to speak with anyone who has seen or spoken to Oakley since January 2021, as well as anyone who had direct contact with her parents during that same time period. Meanwhile, the group, Justice for Oakley, will hold a fundraiser on Friday at the Montesano, something other, Festival of Lights event. Oh, how nice. I'd love to go to that. Anyone with information on Oakley should call the sheriff's office, 360-533-8765. You can also contact Detective Sergeant Paul Logan at 360-964-1729 or email SODetectives at CO Grays Harbor, Washington, U.S. I don't know how to say that correctly, but I was trying. Look at them two pieces of crap. So I've got some more articles that we can read so we can get some more information. Let's go back down to Oakley's picture here. I've got to get on my phone. Hold on just a minute, Sassy Pants. What are you doing? Cleo. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. These cats is killing me. It's like cats gone wild around here, y'all. I swear it is. Okay. Timeline of events. The search for 5-year-old Oakley Carlson. Let me make sure it's not going to play anything. Where is Oakley Carlson? That question investigators in Gray Harbor County have been trying to answer since the 5-year-old was reported missing in early December. Is she 5? This one says 5. Detectives believe the circumstances surrounding the child's disappearance are suspicious and criminal in nature. Okay. We know how they were first alerted, so. Deputies arrested Oakley's parents, identified as Andrew Carlson, Jordan Bowers, in December 2021. They've been charged with endangering another one of their children by withholding medicine. Investigators searched the family property for 7 days looking for Oakley, but found nothing. Well, they probably took her somewhere else and buried her. Sorry, sons of bitches. Okay. So here's the timeline of events surrounding Oakley's disappearance, put together from court documents and previous KING5 reporting. August 2017. Oakley is sent to live with foster parents Eric and Jamie Jo Hiles. Oakley's foster mom told King 5 there were multiple red flags while the 5-year-old was in their care. October 2019. Jamie Jo Hiles said the state contacted her and her husband that Oakley was going to be placed back in her parents' care. November 2019. Oakley is returned to her biological parents, Andrew Carlson, Jordan Bowers. December 25th, 2020. Oakley goes to her grandparents' home for Christmas with her family. During the investigation, Oakley's grandmother told police Oakley didn't look well. According to court documents, Oakley's grandmother told police Oakley had dark circles under her eyes, pale skin, and she had scratches or sores on her face. Well, why the hell didn't the grandmother do something? My mom would kick my ass and call the police on me if I came to her house my son looking like that, and she ought to. Some people's grandparents just aren't as involved as they should be, in my opinion. Okay, Oakley's grandmother. Okay, so it does say she called Child Protective Services after seeing Oakley, but have never heard anything about it after that. Okay, that's what she said. Court documents say Oakley's grandmother did contact CPS regarding Oakley. It made great waves within the family, and Oakley's parents have not spoken to or seen the grandparents since then. Okay, well, that makes sense. So she did take action. My apologies. I hadn't read all this. I usually find stuff and save it to read with y'all. February 10th, 2021. Oakley was last seen alive by someone who is associated with the family, Johnson said. Investigators previously linked Oakley, hold on, Cleo, was last seen alive on January 27th. This cat made me laugh. Get up here, crybaby. Get on my left shoulder. Come on. Okay. November 6, 2021. Oh, crap. My article went away. See what you made me do, Cleo. It's all right. I can get it pulled back up real quick. Okay. Sorry, guys. Cleo made me pick her up. And I'm trying to get back to the article here. She made me click out of it. Thanks a lot, Cleo. No, you're not getting on my keyboard. Okay, let me go back down. February 10th. Oakley was last seen alive by someone who's associated with the family. Investigators previously believed Oakley was last seen alive on January 27th. November 6, 2021. Andrew Carlson calls dispatch just before 5 p.m. to report a fire at the family home earlier in the day. He told dispatchers his daughter used a cigarette lighter and caught the couch on fire, and said he put the fire out himself. He said a response wasn't needed, but wanted to report the fire. Yeah, he was probably in there making meth from the looks of him and caught the house on fire and trying to blame it on a little kid. Pieces of crap. That's my opinion. Okay, Bowers had also told others Oakley had started the fire, and that she and her husband fought the fire for about 4 hours. Fire investigators later confirmed there was a fire at the home, but they believed the fire started from the microwave on the kitchen counter. Yeah, there's probably in there making meth. November 10th, 2021, Oakville Elementary School Principal Jessica Swift went to Oakley's home to bring the family supplies after the fire. Stayed at the house for about 45 minutes. When Swift asked about Oakley, her parents told Swift Oakley was in her room in timeout. November 24, 2021. Swift went back to Oakley's home to drop off more supplies. Swift told police she saw the 3 other children, but not Oakley, and left after about 5 minutes. December 4th, 2021. Oakley's 6-year-old sibling goes to Swift's home for a play date, sleepover. Swift asked about Oakley. The sibling got upset and said Oakley is no more. According to court documents, ain't that pitiful? And I believe that child was told not to say nothing about Oakley or she'd be eaten by the wolves too. I read that somewhere. Okay. When Swift asked about Oakley again, the sibling said Oakley went to live with her foster parents and that she had lived with before. Deputies later confirmed to Swift that Oakley was no longer in foster care. December 5th, 2021. Swift asked Oakley's sibling if Oakley lived with them and was told no. The sibling then told Swift that Oakley was living with her former foster parents. Swift contacted the Grays Harbor County Sheriff's Office saying that she was concerned for Oakley's safety and requested a welfare check. December 6, 2021. The Tumwater Police Department conducted a welfare check at the hotel Oakley's family was staying at after the fire. Responding officers said Oakley was not at the hotel. So I didn't know they were at a hotel. Andrew Carlson told officers Oakley was with his parents, but said he didn't know his father's phone number, couldn't remember the address of his father's home. Officers reached out to Andrew Carlson's father, who said he had not seen Oakley since December 2020, according to court documents. Officers reported Andrew did not seem surprised that Oakley wasn't with his parents. Of course not, he made up that lie. Officers spoke with Bowers and she became uncooperative, refused to answer further questions, went back into the hotel room. According to the court documents, isn't she a loving mother? Very concerned about her missing daughter. See, her daughter's not missing to her. She knows exactly where she's at. Exactly. I hope she never sleeps another wink in her life. I hope that she is haunted by Oakley's face every time she closes her damn eyes. I could wish a lot more things too. Okay, hold on. Okay, she went back into the hotel room. After officers left the hotel, Andrew Carlson called dispatch to report Oakley missing. Can you believe that? After the officers went there and questioned him, the mother wouldn't cooperate, went in the hotel room. Then he picks up the phone and calls 911 and reports Oakley missing. Thought she was at your father's. Officers went to the family's home after they left the hotel. After arriving at the family home, law enforcement drafted a search warrant for the residence that was approved. During a search of the family's home, choice clothing were located for all the children except Oakley. Blood was found on the blinds in the front door, as well as a handprint on the wall in the downstairs hallway. When Oakley's parents were questioned another time by law enforcement, Bowers became uncooperative and was arresting for obstructing an investigation. They should have tased her right in the neck. During questioning, Andrew Carlson had limited information about Oakley's whereabouts and made statements to the effect of Oakley being dead or not coming back for a reunion. Court documents say he is such a sicko. He got damn Jeffrey Dahmer glasses on. So Andrew Carlson and Jordan Bowers were arrested on charges of obstruction of law enforcement and first-degree manslaughter. December 7th, 2021. Officials continue searching the family property. The Grays Harbor County Sheriff's Office posted on Facebook asking for the public's help locating Oakley. That's what these tragedy pimps that likes to go around and harass everybody, they ought to go up to Washington and actually help search for this little girl. You know, since they like to insert themselves, they ought to do something useful. December 8, 2021, Grays Harbor Sheriff's Office detectives, Washington State Patrol troopers, and the FBI were seen searching the area surrounding the family's property, which covers about 300 acres. Video taken by King 5 shows crime scene tape at the end of the home's driveway and a tent set up in the yard. Investigators appear to be digging. December 9, 2021. The sheriff's office announced Bowers and Andrew Carlson faced charges of abandonment of a dependent person in the second degree after investigators discovered evidence the parents had not been providing medication prescribed to their 5-year-old daughter for 15 months. Wow. This medication is necessary for the 6-year-old's health, and going without it puts her at risk of physical impairment, which eventually could result in death, investigators said. Oakley's parents are no longer being held on the charge of first-degree manslaughter. They had to drop that. They didn't have enough evidence. Johnson said the ground search of the family's home and property was extensive, and the sheriff's office also brought in divers and aircraft. December 12, 2021, a Change.org petition pushing for new laws protecting foster children hits 2,000 online signatures. Well, I wonder if they still are accepting signatures. I'll sign that. The petition calls for a law passed that would create a 5-point system of support to check on children who are returning to families after exiting the foster care system, and to mandate long-term drug testing for families who are reunified with their children. Hey, I agree with that. They need to do something, because it's usually after we read about a lot of cases, they lose their kids, then get them back, and then abuse them and kill them. Let's see. December 13th, 2021, Johnson told King 5 detectives they're still working on the case, but investigators finished searching the family's house and property. December 15th, 2021, Oakley's grandparents, whom officers say helped with the investigation, released the following statement. The Carlson family have been and continue to be fully cooperating with this investigation. Our only objective is to find our granddaughter, Oakley. We're praying that Oakley will be found soon, and also for the multitude of good people working around the clock to make that happen. We ask that the media respect our privacy during this difficult time, and we do not wish to make any further statement for now. Thank you. Well, I don't know about y'all, but my mom be showing up at my door if she couldn't contact me. She'd be showing up at my door, knocking on the door, wanting to see my son. It wouldn't matter if me and her was mad at each other or not. She'd still show up. Some grandparents just aren't like that. I mean, they're really not. December 17, 2021, the Oakley's Law petition ends with 7,000 signatures. Representative Mike Chapman of the 24th Legislative District, Oakley's district, gave the following statement. I met with Representative Tana Sin and staff from the Washington State Department of Children, Youth, and Families, DCYF, today to discuss policy and budget options. We should have a better scope of solutions when we meet in January. December 30th, 2021, Bowers and Andrew Carlson appeared in court for allegedly not providing medication to Oakley's 6-year-old sibling for 15 months, which is necessary for the child's health. I wonder what's wrong with her. Grace Harbor County Superior Court Judge Catherine found probable cause for 1 count of abandonment of a dependent person in the second degree against both Bowers and Carlson. Bail was set at $150,000. They were expected back in court for their arraignment on January 10, 2022. The abandonment charges are unrelated to the investigation into the disappearance of Oakley, although Chief Criminal Deputy Jason Walker alleged during Thursday's hearing that Bowers and Carlson clearly know what happened to the 5-year-old, and they're not saying anything. Hey, I love that the sheriff's office, they found a way to arrest these people. They found a way. They couldn't arrest them, make the charges stick for the manslaughter, but they got other charges on them. It's good work. Okay, let's see. January 10th, 2022, Andrew Carlson appeared before Grace Harbor County Superior Court judge, entered a not guilty plea of abandonment charges related to another child. Jordan Bowers was scheduled to be arraigned Monday afternoon. Judge Dave Edwards set a trial date of April 10th, 2022. The trial is scheduled to last 4 days. Edwards said Andrew Carlson and Bowers' case have been joined, so both parents will be on trial at the same time. Grace Harbor County Superior Court Judge Catherine Something they previously found probable cause for one count of abandonment of a dependent person in the second degree against both Bowers and Carlson. The charge is a Class C felony, punishable up to 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. Bail was previously set at $150,000. Okay, February 7th, 2022. Bowers and Andrew were charged with 2 counts of endangerment with a controlled substance in addition to 1 count of abandonment. The endangerment charge came after investigators found they were not providing Oakley's 6-year-old sibling with medication. Both pleaded not guilty to all charges. February 14th, 2022. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm going to have to look at my chat. I got my phone up, I'm reading it, and I'm not even seeing the chat. Okay, let's see. March 14th, 2022. Andrew Carlson pleaded guilty to 2 counts of endangerment with a controlled substance. The charges are not related to the 5-year-old's disappearance. I know this may be, hey Robbie, love you. I know this may be a little bit boring for y'all, but guys, this is necessary to know the facts of what happened to this precious little girl. See, said you hear about the boy in the box, Philadelphia? Yes, Mike, I did hear about that. Yeah, we'll have to find that article and read it. Let me catch my chat up. Okay, so endangerment with a controlled substance is a Class B felony with a maximum punishment of 10 years in prison and a $20,000 fine. For some reason, when I sit in here and I'm looking down at my phone, my nose gets stopped up. However, Judge Catherine said the expected sentence in Andrew Carlson's case is 6 to 12 months for each count due to the plea agreement. The state is expected to recommend a sentence at the top of the standard range of 12 months. Okay, let's see. March 21st, 2022, Bowers appeared in court for a pre-trial conference. The judge confirmed an April 19th trial date and a trial readiness appearance for April 11th. I've never heard of that. March 25th, 2022, Bowers appeared in court for 3.5 suppression hearing, which is a hearing to determine if a statement by a defendant can be used as evidence in trial. Judge Dave Edwards ruled a statement Bowers gave is admissible and can be used in court. Okay, so he scheduled a hearing for April 4th to enter an order regarding the hearing on March 25th. A trial readiness appearance is still scheduled for April 11th. So March 28, 2022, Andrew Carlson was sentenced to 12 months in prison for 2 counts of endangerment with a controlled substance for exposing children to methamphetamine. See, I told y'all those meth heads. He had no previous criminal history. Oh, wow. He is eligible for early release as soon as August 2022. And I hope I don't offend nobody saying meth head. My brothers actually have an addiction to that. These people right here, I don't care how I talk about them. They don't deserve no respect. Look what they've done to Oakley. Under the endangerment charge, Andrew Carlson was accused of knowingly or intentionally permitting 2 of his dependent children to be exposed to ingest, inhale, or have contact with methamphetamine, according to court documents. Oakley's siblings had extremely high levels of methamphetamine in their system, suggesting they had been exposed to the drug or may have ingested it. I'd say that's how they burnt their house down. I guarantee he was in there on that counter making some shake and bake or something. Hold on. Okay. In addition to 12 months in prison, can you believe these children? Hold on a minute. Can you believe that these children had methamphetamines in their system? They probably thought it was candy or something. They was probably hungry because these sorry pieces of crap didn't take care of them or feed them. Okay, let's see. In addition to 12 months in prison, the judge said Andrew Carlson cannot consume controlled substances, including marijuana, THC, without a valid prescription. Marijuana and THC is the same thing, ain't it, right? He must also contain a chemical dependency evaluation within 45 days of his release. Follow up with any treatment recommended and provide proof to the court within 6 months of release. If they cannot locate Oakley's body, these two sons of bitches are going to get away with it. They're going to get away with murdering this little girl. I know that they've not found her. They don't know that she's murdered, but I know in my heart that they murdered her and got rid of her. Be careful, Hibiscus. Left the diamond painting, sweetie. April 8th, Bowers pleaded guilty in Harbor County Superior Court to counts of endangerment with a controlled substance. As a part of the plea agreement, the abandonment charge was dropped. A sentencing date of April 22nd was set. So she was sentenced to 20 months in prison for the 2 counts of endangerment with a controlled substance. The charges, which are both Class B felonies, are not related to Oakley's disappearance. She chose not to give a statement in court before she was sentenced due to her past criminal history. Bowers faced a longer sentence than Andrew, who had no previous criminal history. While a sentence of 15 months would commensurate or something with what Mr. Carlson got, it would only be a 3-month difference, and that's not enough considering Miss Bowers' additional criminal history, the judge said. Oh, that's good. In addition to 20 months in prison, Bowers is not allowed to have unsupervised contact with non-biological children under the age of 18. Any further contact with her children will be governed by the court in the dependency matters. Oh, no, she should never be able to have contact with her kids again. I'm not saying Bowers can't be at a family function where there's children, but she shall not be the supervisor of those children, the judge said. There will be a responsible adult there to take care of them. Oh, wow. I wanted to listen to this little video at the top. Hold on just a minute. Can y'all believe this? Them poor kids. Poor kids had methamphetamine in their system. It could have gotten their system where if they was making it inside the house and maybe grabbed it off, could have inhaled it. Hold on,
Carlson will be in court today. The 2 are charged with endangering one of their children.
Okay, so that's an old video. There was something else I had. Hold on. Let me go back and say, oh my gosh, Cleo just went there and used her daggone litter box. Little stinking thing. Okay, here's an article. This is about Oakley and Harmony. Then I'm going to go through the chat and read y'all's chats. How the system failed missing child Harmony Montgomery and Oakley Carlson. And this is written by the True Crime Society. She's also got like a podcast too. Harmony Montgomery and Oakley Carlson lived on opposite sides of the country. They never met each other. Neither had the chance to even live their own lives. Both Harmony and Oakley vanished while in the care of their parents, the very people who were meant to nurture, care, and protect them. Yeah, both of them was taken out of the home because the parents was unfit, and both of them was given back to the parents. Harmony was given to her biological dad, and Oakley was given back to her piece of crap mom and dad. Harmony was last known to be alive in 2019. She would be 7 years old if she was alive today. Harmony's earlier years were sad. Both her parents had drug abuse issues. Harmony had been in foster homes. She was eventually returned to the custody of her father, Adam, and that decision sealed her fate. It finally came to light in 2021 that Harmony had not been seen for years. Her biological mother has just now been speaking publicly and insists she has been trying to find Harmony. Police have been searching the last locations in New Hampshire that Harmony was known to be at. Nothing has been found. Adam has now been arrested and charged related to the abuse and neglect of Harmony. Oakley Carlson also had a rough start to life. She had been placed with a foster family when she was a baby. She lived with them for years. The foster family have said publicly they were devastated when Oakley was returned to the care of her biological parents. Actually, the foster mom tried to tell the court and the CPS workers that she saw red flags and it wasn't a good idea. Her foster mother, Jamie, said they made a mistake, a big mistake. I told them in my last letter it was going to be on their shoulders if something happens to her. A school principal raised the alarm about not seeing Oakley in December 2021. Police began to investigate and discovered that Oakley had not been seen since February 2021. Oakley's parents, Andrew Carlson, Jordan Bowers, had been investigated, and they have since been charged with apparently withholding potentially life-saving medications from one of Oakley's siblings. As of mid-January 2022, there is no sign of either Harmony or Oakley. Let me click on her blog for Oakley. Where's 5-year-old Oakley Carlson? This woman can write really good. I want to share her link since I'm reading her stuff. How do I share the link? It's not giving me an option. Oh, here it is. Copy. Okay. Do I have any YouTube pulled up? Hold on, let me go through the chat. CPS needs to do better for these children. Hey, I like that they started that petition, so they can basically keep up with the kids if they are returned to their biological parents. I think that they need to start listening to these foster parents. If it's a good foster parent and they're saying, hey, I'm afraid for this child to go back to their home. I'm afraid something will happen to them. There's red flags. I think they really need to take that into deep consideration before they make a decision to send a child back. I'm telling you, this is what happens. They get their kids took from them, and then they petition the court to get their kids back. And the judge is like, you got to do these things right here. You got to go to parenting classes. CPS is going to show up and do random drug tests and inspect the house. They go through all that, and they get their kids back, and then CPS is out of the picture, and they start abusing the kids. That's the way that happens. It's just sad. They just need to do something. I can't imagine like taking in a kid like that, fostering a kid, a little baby, and getting attached to any kid, and them live with me for any long amount of time, and then them just have to go back to their biological parents, knowing that they're not going to be taken care of correctly. I want to find. Let me see if I can find some pictures. I mean, her foster parents are heartbroken. They never wanted her to go back there. They would have kept her and raised her. It's so sad, all these kids missing. Look what just happened to Athena Strand. Here it is around the holidays. Anytime it's bad, but these little kids like this, they should be home in a safe, loving home, excited for Christmas if they believe in Santa, excited for Santa. Since Save Robbie's in the chat, Save Robbie does not like Santa. He don't like Santa. He thinks it's wrong. Well, he'll just have to explain it, but thinks it's wrong to lie to your kids because that traumatized him as a child. And I totally get what he is saying. I see what he is saying. Now, I always did tell Timothy Santa was coming, but he never really was. I don't think he ever really bought into Santa Claus too much, to be honest with you. I think he knew, like at 7 or 8 years old, Santa Claus wasn't real. He figured it out. Should be stronger penalties for people who make false CPS reports. Yes, like people on here, and even in people in real life, offline, they'll get mad at somebody, and the first thing they do is they call and make a false report to CPS because they're pissed off. That takes the time away from them investigating real cases. Hey, Miss Vicky. Good morning. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. I'm going to give you a light sleep. I got to get my stickers pulled up. Oh, when I get off here, I'm going to change our member stickers. I tried to do it the other day. Get us some holiday stickers. Hold on a minute. Silence that. Get some holiday stickers for our member stuff. We got to be keeping up in style. Oh, that's my mother calling. We'll holler back at her. I'm trying to look for some stuff for Oakley about her foster mom. I wanted to show a picture of her. Here they are. She's such a beautiful kid. Let me see if I can get this pulled up. Case of missing 5-year-old. Highlights secrecy around CPS case. Secrecy. What's secrecy mean? Hold on, guys. I'm getting this pulled up. And then we'll look at some more true crime news. If I can get this pulled up. After I've been streaming for a while, it just don't want to load stuff. I just wanted that foster parents face, but I don't know if it's going to let me. Right here they are. I mean, they would have raised her like she was their own. No, they wanted Oakley back probably so they could draw food stamps on her and any other things they could get. Hey, if I'd have went, I just want to say something. I'm not trying to blame the grandparents or anything, but I am side-eyeing them. Because if I'd have showed up at my mom's house and my son had dark eyes, around his eyes and sores and stuff on him, she wouldn't let me leave that damn house with him. She'd be calling the cops on me. She wouldn't wait till I left and called CPS. I wouldn't have been leaving with him. And that's the way good grandparents do. Okay, so this is the foster mom, Jamie Jo Howes. I think you said her name, Howes. That picture was probably of Oakley when she was in her care because her hair's fixed and she's got a cute little outfit on. It says missing 5-year-old Oakley Carlson left next to an image of her former foster parents, Eric and Jamie Jo Howes of Elma, Washington. The couple has concerns about how Washington's Department of Children, Youth and Families handled Oakley's child welfare case and the decision to return the girl to her biological parents. We can read this real quick. It says, so they kept her from when? Let's see. In her tidy home on a cul-de-sac in Elma, Washington, Jamie Jo Howes surrounds herself with photos of Oakley Carlson, her dark hair, brown-eyed former foster daughter. It's been 2.5 years since Oakley left Howes' home and was reunited with her biological parents. It's been 15 months since Oakley was last seen alive. And this article was May 11, 2022. The case of the missing 5-year-old from Grays Harbor County has garnered international media attention, drawn scrutiny to her parents who recently pleaded guilty and were sentenced for child endangerment involving their children. But the case has also raised questions about Washington's Child Protective Service system and where it functioned as well as it should have in this case. Well, they need to make changes in every state to the Child Protective Service system. Oakley first came to live with Howes and her husband Eric in August 2017 when she was about 9 months old. Oh my goodness, imagine how attached they were to her. For the Howes, Oakley's arrival in their lives was a dream come true. The couple had been trying unsuccessfully to get pregnant when one day Howes, who teaches in the local schools, got a text from a former student asking if she'd be willing to foster Oakley. The couple didn't hesitate, especially because they were under the impression they might ultimately be able to adopt her. Oh, wow. It wasn't something we sought out, but it worked out, Howes said. Washington's Department of Children, Youth, and Families, DCYF, has a goal of limiting the time a child is in foster care and finding a permanent home as quickly as is safely possible. But in Oakley's case, months turned into a year. It turned into 2 years. In the case of the house, Oakley grew from an easygoing infant to an energetic toddler. Photos and videos from this period depict holidays and memorable events, Halloween costumes, visits to the park and beach, goofy play around the house, snuggles on the couch, messy toddler meals. Now, you just imagine, this just went through my mind, guys, like I said. You just imagine she lived with them from the time she is 9 months old till she was a toddler. She was used to being cared for and loved. Imagine how it felt to her being ripped from Jamie's arms and given back to them two monsters, going into a home where they didn't love her and have a good time. They didn't even feed her. Just imagine what her mind must have been like and how she must have felt. That's freaking awful. I'm about to cry. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm getting emotional. That breaks my heart thinking about that. How she must have felt. Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me. In November 2019, nearly 26 months after Oakley came to live with them, Howes was suddenly notified she was being reunited with her parents. Weeks later, on the day after Thanksgiving, that reunification happened. The Howes were devastated. Crap, I'm devastated for I'm reading this. We cried, and then we went upstairs. We shut the door to our bedroom for months, probably 6 months. So it was literally like a death, Hall said. It was not clear exactly what happened next. DCYF wouldn't comment on Oakley's case, citing state federal privacy laws. The agency also denied a public records request by the Northwest News Network for information. But typically, a child welfare case is closed within 6 months of a child being returned to her biological parents, presuming the parents are complying with the conditions set by the courts. That 6-month mark would have been reached around May 2020. The last confirmed sighting of Oakley was 9 months later in February 2021, but Oakley wasn't reported missing until months later in December 2021. After a fire damaged the family's home. Hold on just a minute, guys. I gotta answer this. Sorry, guys. I had to take that call. That was Mark. I had to take it, make sure he wasn't asking me about a size or something for Timothy. Okay, let me finish reading. I'm sorry, guys. I got emotional. See, I can't. See, I just picture stuff like that in my head, how, devastated and stuff that she must have felt and how scared going from a loving home like that into the arms of monsters. I mean, she was living the good life, and the CPS people ruined it for her. It's their fault. She should have never, never been given back to her parents. Never. Okay, let's see. So we know the school principal is the one that reported it on December 6th. Oh, December 6th is Oakley's birthday, it says. December 6th, Oakley's 5th birthday. Police were sent out to do a welfare check. Detective Sergeant Paul Logan of the Grace Harbor County Sheriff's Office said Oakley's parents were uncooperative when asked about their daughter's whereabouts. So they actually did the welfare check on Oakley's birthday. It says December 6th. It was her 5th birthday. So she is 6 years old now, right? Um, So we know what happened after that. We've read about, their drug charges and all that. I just wanted to read a little bit about the foster parents because I didn't really know anything about the foster parents. No, it isn't. It isn't fair. And guys, it just breaks my heart. I haven't cried over a case in quite some time. Evelyn's case about killed me. I think it's because it happened so close to me too. I mean, anybody would have took that little child in Oakley. That it just makes me so mad. Don't y'all feel like it's CP? I mean, the parents, yeah, they shouldn't have been weirdos and and evil and killed her, but it's CPS fault for giving her back to them. The foster mom told them it wasn't a good idea and that it was on them if something happened to Oakley. 26 months, they gave her back to the bio parents after 26 months. CPS should be held accountable. Exactly, Mike. And just imagine how that little child felt. She went from a nice, neat, loving home, where they snuggled on the couch. She had cute Halloween costumes, got to go to the beach and everything. She was treated like their own. She went from that into the hands of monsters. They signed her death warrant when they handed her over to those evil sons of bitches. How about the people that was in charge of that case be fired for not doing their job correctly? No, they didn't think the parents would probably murder her, but they should have listened to the foster parents. She begged them not to let Oakley go back there. Mike, so sad. Yes, happy birthday, little princess. Happy belated birthday, Oakley. Bless her sweet bones. Yesterday was her birthday, guys. Isn't that so sad? And we're reading about her. Yesterday was her little birthday. She should have been having a little princess party or, some kind of little party. Excited for Christmas. Her and Harmony and Athena. Athena was taken by a stranger, though, the FedEx guy. But I'm just saying, all the little kids should be, excited for Christmas. No worries. Since I heard how Evelyn passed, I think Megan Boswell's is worse than Lori Vallow. Oh, yeah. They're about the same. It's hard to say which one's worse, cement shoes. It's hard to say. That baby Toodles, hey y'all, this case makes me effing mad. Happy birthday to her. My 3-year-old girl's name is Oakley as well. Oh, I love that name. We found a hound dog at the gas station one time. It was starved to death, and we called her Oakley. That was years ago. I actually follow a woman on TikTok, and her baby died, and she's grieving. I mean, guys, she's out of pieces. It's been like a year or two, but still. But her name was Oakley. It's so sad. Let's pray that they can locate where Oakley's at. Is it possible they sold her or something? Yeah, but I don't think that's what happened. They abused this child and killed her. And if I'm not mistaken, I did read somewhere that the parents said, don't talk about Oakley or the wolves told that sibling, the wolves will eat you too. 6 sons of bitches. They told that little girl the wolves had eaten Oakley. I need a cigarette, guys. I gotta go get me one. Hold on. And then we're gonna chat some more. I'll be right back. I gotta calm my nerves. Okay, guys, sorry. I'm going to smoke me a cigarette back here. I'll just have to Febreze. The cats aren't in here. Okay, let me go back through. Now, someone said something about they solved an older case. I want to take a look at that. Oh, I did see something about those college kids that was murdered in Idaho. I guess one of the victims had a dog, and the dog was there unharmed. That's surprising. Very surprising. I do see there's an article about the case is not going cold. Police chief files of Idaho college murder case. So what else is going on? The entire family is distraught. Mom wants private investigators. 14-year-old girl remains missing weeks after meeting ex-boyfriend at park. Oh, wow. We may have to take a look at that. I saw something about a case, an old case being solved. I mean, I saw it in the chat, but I saw an article about it too. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Did y'all see where that man was found shot dead and stuffed into a toolbox? It reminded me of the toolbox killer. Did y'all see where Michael Vaughn's, I guess that's how you pronounce his name, bless his little heart. His mom was upset at that YouTube channel. What's her name? Mallory Williams. I don't know if it's called House of Williams or what. Anyways, she went over and she told them, let me look at my chat. She told Mallory, she said, could you please take my son's hashtag out of your title? And do you know that she was told no, basically? She was told no. They're making a mockery out of her son's case. She don't want them using his hashtag if they're not even going to show his picture and talk about his case. And how in the world could anybody tell a mother of a missing child that's presumed dead, no? How could you do that? If she came to me and she said, could you please remove that hashtag, or just said, remove that hashtag, I would. No questions asked. And I would apologize. They solved the Lady of the Duns case recently. I want to find that one case. Let me go back here. Some of these people on here, they be using these hashtags of these missing kids to get people in there, and then they don't even freaking talk about it, or maybe talk about it for a second. Let me see if I can find this. I'm not seeing it. Does anybody have the link to that article? I can't find it on Crime Online. It's only letting me go back so far. And I saw it on here. Let me go down a little bit. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing where that case was solved, but I will read to y'all about that guy that was found in the toolbox. Let me get this shared. So this guy, they got a mugshot of him, but he's actually the victim that they found because he had been in trouble before. But they found him shot to death and stuffed in a toolbox. I'll have to refresh my brain about the Lady of the Dunes. It sounds familiar. You just can't place it. I don't know that case. The Lady of the Dunes. I'll have to check that out. So this happened in Mississippi. Mississippi man found shot dead, stuffed into truck toolbox. They're big enough to stick a body in. They really are. Body found stuffed into a truck toolbox in rural Mississippi County over the weekend has been identified by the county coroner. Pearl River County Coroner Derek Turnage said Tuesday the dead man is 24-year-old Seth Coulter Odom. He had been shot to death, and there he is. Turnage said Odom had been dead for about a week when a passerby spotted the toolbox on a creek bank Saturday morning and investigated. To preserve the evidence, we transferred the box and the body to the state crime lab, Turnage said. We were able to identify him through his tattoos using social media and confirmed it through Pearl River County jail records. Fingerprints also provided the identification, the coroner said. Odom had not been reported missing. Turnage said Odom was known to law enforcement in the area. He had been recently arrested in Hancock County for drunkenness and using profanity in public. The Pearl River Sheriff's Office had no comment on the case other than the toolbox has any serial numbers or anything on it. Or unless it's like on the bottom or something. Maybe, hopefully they can get some kind of fingerprints from the inside of the toolbox if there's none on the outside. He's done something to someone. Maybe it's drug related or something like that. He wasn't even reported missing, which is sad. Prayers for his family. Anyhow, I think that's enough true crime for this morning, guys. I just want to chat with y'all for a second while I finish my cigarette. Oakley's case got me upset, and are you talking about the Philadelphia boy in the box case? No, this one happened in the one I just read happened in Mississippi. But I think that case that I was looking for, Mike, yeah, I think that was in Philadelphia. Let me see if I can find that. Maybe if I type in Philadelphia. Maybe type in some keywords. Man in box. I can't remember if it was a man or a kid. They're solving these older cases, right? Yeah, DNA analysis helps Philadelphia police identify a child found dead inside a box 65 years ago. They're solving these older cases. I wish they could solve the Black Dahlia murder. They never solved that, did they? I love it reading about when they solve these older cases. Too bad CNN's got a big thing up there. Okay, more than 6 decades after a boy was found dead in a box in Philadelphia, investigators have identified the child with the help of DNA. In what would be known as the boy in the box case, the child was discovered wrapped in a blanket inside a cardboard box on February 25th, 1957, in a wooded area northeast of Philadelphia, according to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. If that happened before my mom was even born. My mom wasn't born until 59. The boy had several scars on his body, and his hair had recently been roughly chopped and buzzed, the center said. The boy, estimated to be between 4 and 6 years old, weighed only 30 pounds and appeared to be malnourished, according to the center. Seems like I've seen this case on Unsolved Mysteries. Despite numerous attempts to identify the child throughout the years, the identity of the boy remained a mystery. Through detective work and DNA analysis, police were finally able to identify the child, the Philadelphia Police Department said in a news release Tuesday. Police have not yet released the name of the boy. The case is Philadelphia's oldest unsolved homicide, according to police, who are still looking for the child's killer. There's a $20,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and conviction in the case. Well, they would be old, wouldn't they? Maybe they're still alive. The city's authorities are holding a news conference on December 8 to discuss the new developments. We'll have to watch that. Philadelphia Police Commissioner Danielle Outlaw, along with the city's medical examiner and the head of the police department's homicide unit, will be present to share information. Oh, let me show y'all his grave. Let me present it. I'm going to have to look up this Lady of the Dunes. Y'all's got me curious. Hold on. I just want to share this with y'all. About the, see his little tombstone and stuff. We don't want to damn subscribe to this crap. No, thank you. Jesus Christ. Okay. Heavenly Father, bless this unknown boy, February 25th, 1957. Well, now he has a name, and they're going to probably release his name on December the 8th, which is what, tomorrow? Okay, here's their, if I can scroll down, let me see. There's what they think he looked like, or looks like. He was abused, probably starved to death because he was malnourished, and he died, and they just got rid of his body like a piece of trash. Finally, he may get some justice. Hopefully, the people that done this to him or the person is still alive. I'm wondering, like, have they already tracked down like his parents because they know the name? Check Lassie Masquerade if you're interested in the Lady of the Dunes. May he rest in peace and his case be solved. The killer, I would imagine, would possibly in their 60s or 70s by now are dead. That's what I'm thinking, Mike, because my mom's old. She was born 1959. And I can't even figure out my password to my own phone. It's bad. Okay. Hold on. Oh, I did get my package picked up. Thank goodness. I can't wait to see if I'm going to get that disco light out and see if it works. Because I may have to send it back. Lady of the Dunes. I need to take my ADHD medicine. Because my brain's not cooperating this morning. Let's see. Lady of the Dunes. Ruth Marie Terry, also known as Lady of the Dunes, was formerly unidentified decedent found on July 26, 1974 in the Race Point Dunes in Provincetown, Massachusetts. Her body was exhumed in 1980, 2000, and in 2013 in efforts to identify her killer. Ruth Marie Terry. Okay, that's her name. Ruth Marie Terry. Let me get it pulled up one look. I'll let y'all see. See, I like these vintage cases, don't y'all? I know a lot of people's into like what's happening now, but I also like to listen about the older cases too. And I love when they solve like a real old case. See, now they can use like genealogy to help, track down a killer. Like they can, they'll get a hit and say, oh, this matches someone in this family. That's how they found the Golden State Killer. There's something like that ancestry stuff. Genealogy. Okay, so here she is. Ruth Marie Terry. Oh, she is beautiful. I just love the way the women looked back then. Look at their skin and stuff. Okay, what happened to the Lady in the Dunes? Let's read this. A body found in 1974 in Massachusetts was that of Ruth Marie Terry of Tennessee, the FBI said this week. Her identity had captivated New Englanders for decades. Oh, so she was from Tennessee. Oh, I didn't know that. Where is the Lady of the Dunes buried? St. Peter's Cemetery, Provincetown, Massachusetts. How was Ruth Marie Terry identified? The FBI stated that Terry's identity was determined using investigative genealogy, the same method used to identify other unidentified homicides and over 150 criminals, including the Golden State Killer. I told y'all. The case is currently, as of October 2022, being investigated as a homicide by the Massachusetts State Police. So they just now figured out who she was, I'm gathering. Over here's something. Lady of the Dunes, family of Ruth Marie Terry speaks. Let me click on that. Oh, this is interesting, guys. Very interesting. So I guess when they found her in the 70s, they didn't know who she was. Oh, let me tell y'all something interesting that I watched on Forensic Files, but I can't remember the names of the people. Anyways, there was this man back in the 50s. He was having an affair with this Hispanic lady, and he was married, and he had children. And anyways, the Hispanic lady got pregnant, and he had to get rid of her. He didn't want his wife to find out about it. So he invited her to his office. Like, he was like a rich man. He was like a co-owner of this company. It made like plastic flowers and stuff like that. Foliage and stuff. Anyways, he killed her by striking her on the head. He put her in a barrel, and he took her home. And he put some other stuff in the barrel. There was like some beads from the factory that's used like to make the flowers and stuff. Anyways, her purse, everything in there. He put her in that barrel and sealed it and put her in the crawl space. For some reason, years later, when he moved and stuff, he left that barrel behind. Well, the new owners of the house, he's an old man by this time. I mean, decades and decades had passed. 30 years had passed probably. Anyways, the owners of the new house, they was cleaning out all the old junk, and they put that barrel on the curb for the trash people to pick up. But it was heavy, and the trash people said they wouldn't take it. So the owner of the house opened up that barrel and discovered a mummified body there. Anyways, when the coroner, got the body out and all that, they found out that she was pregnant. And, where the barrel had a serial number on it. So they tracked it back to that old man. He was living in Florida by this time. I think this happened in New York. He was living in Florida by this time. And they went down there to question him. They figured out who that woman was and everything. There was a book in her pocketbook, address book. Even though there was liquid and stuff in there, they were still able to recover some phone numbers. And one of the phone numbers was still the same 30 years later. It was that lady's friend. Anyways, that's how they figured out who she was and all that. But anyways, they went to question him in Florida. His wife wasn't there. And he refused to cooperate with investigators, and they left. And he went to the store and purchased a gun and some ammunition and went into his neighbor's garage in their vehicle and shot himself. Because he knew he was going to prison for murdering that woman 30 years ago. And they done DNA on the fetus, and it was his child. Hey, y'all, I love watching Forensic Files. I'm going to have to start writing these names down of these cases. I do that when I watch Deadly Women sometimes. Yeah, Fat Baby Toodles. Yeah, that is a true story. Let me see if I can find something about that so we can get the names. Let me see. I believe maybe it was New Jersey. It might have been New Jersey. Let me see. Let me see if this is it. 2021. No, I don't think this is it. This is talking about an escort. Let me see. I need to put pregnant woman in. Pregnant woman found in barrel 30 years later. I didn't know that you could go buy a gun and get it the same day. I don't know what year that they confronted him about it. Oh, right here it is. Dark story of a pregnant lady who was trapped in a barrel. Here it is. Because she was an immigrant. Let me get this down. We'll read about it. Right here she is. Yes, this is her. The same picture they had on Forensic Files. I don't know anyone except I know, and his kids and wife were in the home, and that barrel was in the crawl space. Right here she is. And a reporter actually went to her home country, and her mother was still alive. So she was able to find out what happened to her daughter. Right here she is. Her name was Reina Marroquin, a Salvadorian immigrant living in the United States, was 27 years old. She arrived in Miami in 1966 and moved to New York the following. Hey, where's the rest of this? Where's the rest of the story? You got to click it. Let me see. Go. Oh, right here's the barrel. Okay. In her, let's see. Okay. She moved to New York the following year. She resided at Gianni or something, residence for women, a nun-led Catholic home on Manhattan's 24th Street. In her spare time, she enrolled in programs to improve her English, job skills to become a contributing member of society. However, Raina disappeared in 1969. But what happened to her was not discovered until 3 decades later, because many people here didn't know who she was. Her disappearance wasn't a big deal. Oh, my bad. I thought it happened in the 50s. Hold on a minute. There's the barrel. 30 years later, during the morning hours of September 2nd, 1999, a 55-gallon barrel was discovered in the crawl space of a home in Jericho in the county of Nassau, New York. In the barrel, the skeleton of a woman in the last stage of pregnancy was found. She was fully dressed with the cardigan and fox leopard skin coat that reached her waist. Inside the barrel, she was curled into a fetal position, and her body had shrunk to 57 pounds. A 3-inch book soaked through by body fluids was also discovered in the barrel. One of the investigators stated that the pages of the book were like pulp and stuck together. The book was sent to the police department's document section for examination, and they did recover some of the pages, and you can read it. The tedious task of determining its eligibility began while investigating the strange occurrence. They were able to decipher one name, Howard Elkins. Also, Howard had once owned the house where the barrel was discovered. And Harold was also Raina's former employee, and he was having an affair with her. After selling the house in New York, Howard and his wife moved to Florida in 1972. The new owners of the house made the grisly discovery of the barrel. Hold on a minute, I need a drink. Howard was nabbed in Florida. When investigators questioned him, he claimed he had no knowledge of the barrel discovered in his old home's crawl space. However, his name and phone number were written inside the book, making it evident he was lying or hiding something. When Howard returned home after the interview, he shot himself in the head, finally ending his life. His body was discovered inside a parked car in a friend's garage, with a recently purchased shotgun seated between his legs. Till this time, the identity of Raina was a mystery. Later, her Social Security number was deciphered from the book around the end of the month. The woman in the barrel was finally identified as Raina Angelica Marroquin. Medical examiner's results revealed that she had died as a result of multiple blows to the head. Because no missing person report had ever been filed, it took long for Raina to be identified. Her friend actually did go try to report her missing. She seemed to vanish without a trace when the remains were discovered and reported to the media. No one approached police to inquire whether they genuinely belonged to Raina. 30 years prior, Raina had worked for Howard at his New York flower shop. While investigating Raina and Howard's relationship, investigators discovered that the book found with her body contained another woman's name and phone number. And that's the woman that tried to report her missing. They wouldn't take her serious because it was an immigrant. Investigators were able to locate the woman. She had previously volunteered at the Jeanne d'Arc women's residence. When Raina first came to the United States in 1966, she lived there and formed a friendship with this woman. Investigators were able to track down the lady and bring her in for questioning. The lady told investigators that she received a frantic telephone call from Raina in early 1969. Raina said she had made a big mistake. Raina revealed that she had an affair with Howard and was now pregnant with his child. He had 5 kids at this time, too. The lady told the investigators that Raina had told her that Howard threatened to kill Raina and may actually kill her. Raina was horrified to stay alone, according to the woman. Raina wanted the woman to come to the home in New Jersey where Howard had put her up. Oh, I just remembered something. The reason he threatened to kill Raina is because Raina had called his wife and told her they were having an affair and that she was pregnant. The front door was wide open when the woman arrived, and there was a warm meal on the table. Raina, on the other hand, was not present. The woman waited for Raina for an hour. She never showed up. When she reported her discovery at the police station, she was told that only family members could file a missing persons report. With the woman's statement, the whole story became clear. Howard was constantly asked to cooperate with the investigation, but he showed resistance. He was asked to provide his DNA so that it could be tested with the DNA of the fetus, but he also denied it. The next day, on September 10, 1999, he was found dead in the back seat of his neighbor's car from a self-inflicted gunshot wound with the shotgun between his legs. DNA tests in January of the following year confirmed that Howard was, in fact, the father of the Raina's child, the fetus. When Howard took his own life, he was well aware that DNA tests would link him to Raina's murder. With this new evidence, investigators declared that Howard had murdered Raina with no doubt. An investigation has revealed that Raina had informed Howard's wife of her pregnancy shortly before her disappearance. Howard Elkins, sadly, is beyond the reach of the law. He lived till the age of 71 before taking his own life, essentially escaping justice for the deadly crime he committed. Yep, and here's Raina. There was that barrel, guys. For 30 years, her and that baby was inside that barrel. I mean, she was about ready to give birth. She was pretty far along, it said. It didn't say that on forensic files. On forensic files, it acted like, it didn't really say, but it gave the impression she was like a few weeks along. There she is, beautiful woman. She made a deadly, deadly mistake when she called his wife. That enraged him. Of course, he denied it to his wife, and he had to get rid of Raina and that baby. So he killed her. Let me see if I can get back to my chat. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's see. You are on YouTube. It is so sad. And for 30 years, where was her mom from? El Salvador or something? For 30 years, her mom had been heartbroken looking for her daughter. She was relieved to find out what happened to her daughter, even though it was sad. Yeah, on Forensic Files, it showed a reporter actually went there and tracked down her family. And amazingly, her mother was still living at that time. But it was like back in 99, early 2000. See, now you can't just go buy a gun and take it out the same day, can you? You got to do background check and all that. They should do psychiatric evaluations on people before they let them purchase a gun. And why did he go to his neighbors and kill himself inside of his neighbor's vehicle for? Why didn't he do it in his own vehicle? Didn't want his wife to find him or something? Okay, finally my chat's pulling up here. I read way too much Edgar Allan Poe. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I love people that read too much. Well, my chat's all froze up and stuff. Let's see. See if I can catch it up. What a dummy to sell the house and leave that. I would have stayed there the rest of my life. Okay, on Unsolved Mystery, or not Unsolved Mysteries, Forensic Files, it said what happened was he put so much stuff in that barrel and didn't think about the weight that he couldn't move it anywhere. They think that he had plans to take it out on his boat and dump it in the ocean. But he put some liquids or something in there to try to make decomposition happen fast. But then he couldn't move the barrel. He put too much in there. So he slid it into his crawl space. Did he forget about it? Did he not think anybody would open that? That's weird that he just left it behind like that. I mean, he could have put it on a dolly and moved it. Think about that. Yeah. I mean, that was real dumb putting her in that barrel and putting it in the crawl space. I mean, he got away with it because nobody knew she was missing. Her friend tried to report her missing, and they wouldn't do a police report. Her friend actually does a little interview, a couple of clips of her on the Forensic Files episode. Can't believe that. Some neighbor, yeah, it was his friend's he went shoes. He went to his friend's house in the garage and got in a vehicle and shot himself. It shows pictures of it on Forensic Files, but his face and stuff's blurred out. You can see his leg there and his Jesus sandals he's got on and all that. Anyways, guys, what are y'all going to do today? I'm just going to straighten up the house, put me some makeup on. That's about it. My cats has got my kitchen tore out of pieces. Cleo goes in there and knocks stuff down and moves boxes and cat toys everywhere. Pretty monstrous to have just forgotten about your pregnant mistress in a barrel in the attic. Yeah, it's in his crawl space. See, the new owner set it out for the trash people to pick up, but they wouldn't take it. It's too damn heavy. They wouldn't take it, so they unsealed it. It's like, what is in this? It's making it so heavy. And felt her body. It was almost like it was mummified. They was barely able to get some DNA from the fetus to test. Because it was like mummified like leather almost. It was weird. It showed the body. And what it looked like. Y'all need to watch the Forensic Files. Fat Baby Toodles, go to work this evening. Might have a doctor's appointment today. Spend the rest of the day with my son. There's nothing like a little boy. I'm telling you. I just love my son. From the moment I found out I was pregnant, I was attached to mine. Which is nothing. I mean, little girls are awesome too. When I found out I was pregnant, I wanted a little girl. And I was going to name her Jacqueline. But then I found out that I was having a boy, and I got all excited about that. And I'll tell you what, there's nothing like a bond between mom and her son. I guess it's like that if you have a daughter too. I don't know. I don't have one. But I'm just saying, like my son, he's the love of my life. He's my best friend. Sometimes I got to tell him, son, I've got to be a mom. I can't be your friend at this moment when I'm telling him something serious, Timmy, you're going to do a whole lot of nothing. Well, I'm just going to do some stuff around here. I got some of Timothy's laundry in the dryer. I've got to turn back on and fluff up and hang up. Y'all should see his boots. Man, he looks spiffy in his boots. He looked good this morning. He had him on a black and red checkered flannel button-up shirt. But he had done button, but he had a black T-shirt under it. He had his jeans on and belt and boots. He was looking good. He's a good-looking young man, and he's going to be a good man when he gets older. His birthday's December 29th. He'll be 16 years old. I know a lot of kids get cars for their birthdays, but he's not getting a car for his birthday. Crap, he doesn't even have a learner's permit. He won't be getting that till he takes driver's ed. next year. So we are going to get him a vehicle. It is not going to be brand new, but he's going to get a nice, dependable used vehicle that looks decent. Fat Baby Toodles always wanted a boy, wanted to name him Lincoln, got 2 girls instead. Like boys, it's just like runs in my family. Like my mom's double first cousin. She's like me. Her name's Patty. Well, me and her actually look almost identical, except she's a lot older than me. But she only had 1 child, and it was a boy. And then you got my mom. She had 2 boys and 1 girl with me. And then her brother had 2 boys and 1 girl. And then her other brother just had 1 boy. So boys like run in the family. I guarantee if I was to have another baby, it would be a boy. But anyways, I love my son. He's like the greatest, y'all. I could just rave on and on about him. He is. Oh, and his little math teacher, she doesn't say anything to him anymore because she was told that if she has a problem with Timothy, to contact me or my mother, not to confront him in front of the whole class. And like I told him, I expect him to respect her and what she says. Don't cause trouble. So everything's going good. First car should always be a used car. I think so too, Mike. I think so too. I think Molly Golightly bought her son a new car when he turned 16. But I just can't do it, guys. I just can't do it. I can't believe how high stuff is anyways. Like the food and stuff, and in the meat department at our local grocery store, they didn't have a really good selection. I think times are getting bad. I mean, it's almost like a freaking Great Depression or something. I just can't believe it. It's like $5, guys, for a bag of chips. Can you believe that? I was like, I'm not paying $5 for a bag of chips. I actually got those munchie kinds that was like $2 something. They're good anyways. My first car was a used car until I was able to afford a new one working on my own. I bought my own first car. It was $500. It was Cavalier. It ran. It looked okay. I got a good deal on it because I bought it from my boyfriend's mom. No issue with the decent hand-me-down. And I don't want a damn car payment. Exactly. And my son, he's going to have a job. Yeah. He's going to have a good work ethic. You got to teach them to work for things. I said, when you start working, then you won't want to waste $50 on something online, a stupid game or something. I bought my own too, $800 Plymouth Sundance. Well, see, my dad almost got killed in the mines. He had been working in the mines since he was like 15 years old. Of course, he had a union job. He made really good money, but he almost got killed in the mines. It messed up his neck and stuff. So he got Social Security. So when he got his Social Security, I got money too because I was a minor. And from that back pay money I got, I redone my bedroom and I bought me a car. That's what I did and got it tagged and insured. And I also worked at McDonald's and then I worked at my dad's bar too to make money. I don't think there's anything wrong with kids getting a job. It teaches them about money and getting a good work ethic. Nothing's free in life. You got to work. I do not want my son to be like one of these guys around here. You see them in the middle of the day walking through town with a cigarette in their mouth or bumming a cigarette. No job, no money, no transportation, and couch hopping. Hey, Sunnyside. I feel all right, Sunnyside. I mean, I feel a little bit bad because my blood pressure medicine, I've not been able to get it. You can't get the doctors, hardly could do anything. I had some blood pressure pills somebody gave me. I know you're not supposed to take other people's medicine, but I'm trying to think Quantidine or something. So I took one of those, but I'm actually on 2 different blood pressure pills. So I think that's why my nose has been bleeding on. You sound down. Oh, well, I got a little upset earlier in the stream when we were reading about Oakley Carlson's case. That made me a little upset. But besides that, I mean, I'm not down in the dumps with anything in my life. I kind of feel a little bit bad because of my blood pressure. I think it's up because I take propanol and I take hydrochlorothiazide or something like that. So I take 2 pills, and I've not had those, and it's made me feel a little bit bad. Like after I got Timothy off to school this morning, I laid back down and went to sleep and didn't get back up until like 9:30. Then I went over and opened up the animals. The reason I laid back down is because it was raining out, so I wasn't in a hurry to open up the animals. So he said, "Good. Hopefully you'll be able to see the doctor soon. Keep up with your health." You know, the doctor, she hardly ever sees me. I went and got a chest X-ray a while back, but she just calls my medicine in over the phone. She sure does. Hmm. Which, I've got insurance. I could go to a different doctor, but I just go to the free clinic, try to help them out so they can charge my Medicaid because they give a free dental care and health care to the people around here, and they run off donations and stuff. Anyways, I see that doctor up there because my cousin's actually the administrator up there, so that's why I go. Hey, Pickle Pickle the elf. I was thinking about you the other day. Do you want to drop your Etsy store link? If you guys are looking for a Christmas item, something cute, something like my Christmas spiders and my praying mantis. Hold on, I'll show y'all. I'll be right back. Let me get it. Drop your link, girl. These make good Christmas gifts. Hold on, I'm going to get my praying mantis. Okay. Hold on. She also has like Christmas spiders. Just hold on a minute, guys, because I've got to turn the camera on and I'm not. Let me see. I'm not looking good this morning. This is. He's messed up. Look, I won this in a giveaway. Let me just see if I can take one of these comments out. Okay, so I won this in a giveaway on Diane's channel. It's not showing up how beautiful it is. I'm going to post a picture on my community page with the link to her store. She hand makes these. And she also has like Christmas spiders that go on your tree. Now, she didn't make this. This come from an artist in my area, but she has some that is similar. This is a Christmas spider. If you don't know the legend of the Christmas spider, you should look it up. It's a cute legend. I have a gold one too. I didn't bring it in here. She has things. She just has different handmade things. These are so cute. I display this on my ladder shelf next to my antique lanterns and stuff. Of course, I have my spiders around. Isn't that beautiful? Its little legs. It's detailed too. It looks just like it. It was packaged real nice. It got here really, really quick. Look at that. How beautiful. Now, this is talent. This is crafting. I see some people crafting and selling old junky, tacky stuff. Her stuff is awesome. She does a really good job. Let me turn the camera off. Y'all don't got a bra on. Benny saw some Christmas specs and we had to do it. The kids and I started making spiders and webs for the tree last year. Pickle loved that. Lots of spiders, making friends. We're a whole group. Hello, Praying Mantis. Good to see it again. Yes, I've been taking really good care of it, girl. I love it. I love it. Feel free to make me anything and send it to me. If you ever just want to give something away, feel free to mail me anything. Hey, West, I was just lurking, but I have to say that is beautiful. I know. And when you put those Christmas spiders on the tree and you got the lights on. They just glitter, and they're beautiful. Let me see if, did she share her link? Let me see if I can find it. Share your link, girl. I'm going to try to find it. I think I remember the name of your store. Is it snowflakes and spiders? Yeah, it is. Hold on, I'm going to get pulled up. Let's copy. Let me go back. Oh, yeah, you got it. Hey, Clancy. How are you doing, hon? Okay, good. I want to share the screen. Hey, I like promoting businesses of people that's really talented and good people and got nice stuff. We got to support each other, guys. Oh, look at that one. Oh my gosh, I love that. Look, it looks like a piece of candy, but it's a spider. Oh, I love that. Ooh, I love those little spider earrings. I'd wear those anytime. She got all kinds of nice stuff. Oh, look at that. What is that? Is that like an angel or something? Oh, these are so pretty. Oh, look at this one. Oh, you get free shipping too. Grandma's peppermint candy cane. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, this one. Red, white snowflakes Christmas. Oh, I want this one so bad. Let's look at this. Y'all consider purchasing something from her. If you can. I know how it is. They're not too expensive. Hey, these little spiders and stuff, they're not cheap because they're handmade. And look, I've had this red spider and my gold one, my gold and silver one, for years. They're put together good, which she didn't make the spider, but she's got the same ones. And she does an excellent job. Excellent job putting stuff together. I love this one. I want this. Even if it's after Christmas. Even if it's after Christmas. I'm going to get this spider if it's still there, girl. I want that spider. Bad. Let me stop screen sharing, see if I can go back. Oh, it's not letting me go back. Hold on. It's making me go to my other tab. Oh, Lord, I just went blank. Okay, here. Let me get back to screen sharing here. Oh, I love the snowman one too, but I want that one with the snowflake. It's a lightning bug firefly. Oh, the one that was hanging down. Oh, is that what that was? I couldn't tell. I don't got my glasses on, girl. Yes, this one right here. I want one of these Christmas ones bad. Bad, bad, bad. Maybe one day when I get some extra money, we'll do a giveaway. I'll buy one of these spiders for y'all. Do a giveaway on one. Ooh, I love this one. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? Look at all the details. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Snowman Christmas spider, beaded holiday tree, ornament glass, lampwork, head, and body. Oh, that's beautiful. See, it won't let me go back. Back button, I gotta. Let's see, can y'all still see? Let me X out that other one. Okay. Uh-oh. Click me out. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, I like that one with the sugar skulls. Oh, there's only one left. That one's really pretty. Oh, that one's pretty. Green and red peppermint candy one. I like the one that's got the snowflakes on it. Oh, there's one of the snowflakes. Fuchsia pink, silver snowflake Christmas. That one's pretty. OMG. You do not have a hermit crab one. You know I have hermit crabs. I've had hermit crabs for almost 10 years now. I've had them for a good 8.5. 8.5, 9 years now. And I would love, love, love to have this hermit crab one. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Hold on, let me go back. I need the hermit crab one bad. I will be purchasing that. Let me see if it'll load it up. I clicked on it one time and it pulled up the wrong one. Snowflakes and Spiders. That is like a creative name. I really like that. And as you can tell, I can remember that name, which is very rare that I remember stuff. Yes, they are unique and handmade. See, I don't care to pay a little bit extra for something that's handmade that's done good. Now, I've seen some people sell some not so crafty things for expensive prices. Look at this. It looks just like a freaking hermit crab. What does this do? Let's see. Let me get on that. Hold on. I was trying to look at the different pictures, but this right here, this picture is good enough. Oh, I just love that. Only one available. Oh my gosh. I'd love to have that. I need that one, and I need the spider one in a bad, bad way. Let me see if I can get back to my StreamYards here. Once in a while, I make hermit crabs. Well, I want to be purchasing a hermit crab off of you one day. After Christmas. Definitely. I need that because I've had my hermit crabs for years. Yes, that is so cute. And it looks just like a hermit crab. She's even got them little things right there that they move, that they smell with and stuff. It's so cool. Oh, that's a cute one. Candy corn Christmas spider. Now, let me tell y'all about the Christmas spider. Hold on a minute. I'm going to be needing this one right here. I need that Christmas spider and the hermit crab. Hold on. Let me get my phone and I'll tell y'all about the Christmas spider because I had never heard of the Christmas spider until Mark bought me my Christmas spider. I think he bought the gold one first for Christmas for me one year. And then he went and got me, I think, a red one for my birthday. But they were made by an artist in our area. I've told y'all before there's a store here. In part of the store, it's got the Appalachian Showcase where artists can come in and sell their stuff, handmade stuff, paintings, or goat soap and lotion. I bought goat soap and lotion from there too. Christmas spider legend. It's a cute legend. You know, the Christmas tree come from Germany. The Legend of the Christmas Spider. Here, let me get it. Gosh, I hate when I ask you, do you want to open with Chrome? Okay. The Legend of the Christmas Spider is an Eastern European folktale which explains the origin of tinsel on Christmas trees. It is most prevalent in western Ukraine, where small ornaments in the shape of spiders are traditionally part of the Christmas decorations. So, here is the story. A poor but hardworking widow once lived in a small hut with her children. One summer day, a pine cone fell on the earthen floor of the hut and took root. The widow's children cared for the tree, excited at the prospect of having a Christmas tree by winter. The tree grew, but when Christmas Eve arrived, they could not afford to decorate it. The children sadly went to bed and fell asleep. Early the next morning, they woke, and they saw the tree covered with cobwebs. When they opened the windows, the first ray of sunlight touched the webs and turned them into gold and silver. The widow and her children were overjoyed. From then on, they never lived in poverty again. Well, see, that's a little bit different from the legend that came with mine, but y'all get the point of it. That's a little bit different. I think Wiki made a mistake about that. But I guess, a legend can be written in different ways. It was a little bit different. But still, it's the Legend of the Christmas Spider. This one is so stinking cute. I just love this. I'm obsessed with it. It's only $25. Oh, God, low in stock. Well, I'm going to try to get that after Christmas. I may even order it before Christmas. Who knows? But I just love it. Can y'all see that? Well, it was playing like a little video. They glisten and they're all shiny in the light. So cute. Oh, I know. I love that snowman too. The firefly's the greatest idea. Yeah, they are very unique. Very, very unique. My chat's behind. It's catching up. I watch a channel that makes stuff and just pays shipping, and he makes it right on camera. It's a whole Southern family that I love. Oh, really? What's their name? A crying shame. Yeah, there's a few legend stories. That one was a little bit different. The one I had, the woman, I think the woman didn't like the spiders or something, but that's how the tinsel got started allegedly, because the spider put webs on there and it turned to gold and all that. I love my Christmas spiders. I was so upset that I couldn't decorate my tree with y'all for the last 2 or 3 years. I have decorated my Christmas tree on camera, but my cats tried to ruin it. They bent the bottom branches and everything. Uh-oh. My Chromebook battery's about to die. Well, guys, I better get off here. Y'all take a look-see at Pickle Pickle's Etsy store. Snowflakes and spiders on Etsy. That's all you got to look at. Plus, she put the link in here. Let me just go back down and see if I can find her link. Let me see if I can pin it. I don't know if it'll stay pinned in the replay, but I want to pin it. And I'm going to make a community post and share her store. Everybody, I mean, I don't got a big audience, but hey, I like to shout out her store because Pickle Pickle's a nice lady and she is very artistic. And she makes sure her stuff is perfect before she puts it on Etsy. And like some people I know of in other communities. I just want to say something, guys. I would love to support some of these people that's making candles, but I'm just going to be blunt and honest. I can't afford those prices for those candles. I'd love to support the girls that's make. I just can't afford $40 and $50 for a candle, guys. Hey, you're very welcome, Pickle Pickle. No problem. I was just thinking about your store yesterday. Actually, it's weird that you come in because I was actually thinking when she comes in, I want to shout out our store. I know that, probably need a little help like the rest of us. Little advertisement. You never know if somebody from my audience might come over and buy them a Christmas spider or a praying mantis or a grasshopper. When I entered that contest on Diane's channel, I was like, I'm not going to win. I never win. I always enter her contest, and that comment picker never picks me. But anyways, I was like, I'm going to enter, and I wish that I could win that praying mantis. I wanted the praying mantis. And sure enough, I won, and I didn't know that I'd won the praying mantis, but when I opened it up, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, the grasshopper would have been cool too, but I love the praying mantis. I watched a lady on TikTok that has praying mantises. She's got nice setups for them, little enclosures, and she just loves them. She would love this right here. Maybe I should tell her about your Etsy store because she loves them. Yes, and I won, Pickle Pickle, and I almost got disqualified because I was like a minute late. You have to be in the chat to win. But actually, I mean, people can do giveaways the way they want. I was grateful to win. It was an awesome giveaway, but I think you should, if they pick the name, they're not in the chat, they should still win anyways. Just my opinion, but whatever. Anyways, guys. Oh, let me show y'all Cleo's stocking before I get off here. If I got time, my Chromebook might die. It's Cleo's and Zoe's. Oh, y'all should see Cleo. She's laying on my coffee table, and she has a fuzzy tie-dye blanket, pink, and she's laying on her back. Let me see if I can get over here and turn the camera on. I just got this from the from the Dollar Tree. Look at it, how cute. And since she's asleep, this is hers and Zoe's. I left the cardboard in it. But I'm going to wrap these up for them. They got to share. They can share. Then, of course, I got my Beagle Girls a stocking, but that they share. It's got a dog on it. They didn't have any, like, cat ones or anything. I'm going to wrap these up because Cleo likes to unwrap stuff. And they got some collars in the mail. I got 4 collars for $6.99. They got, like, the little moons on them that glow in the dark. And the little moons around the collar actually glow in the dark. Yes, I got those from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree has cute stuff. I'm gonna go get them. They didn't have any balls there. I'm gonna get them a pack of balls too because they got like a little ball pit, that little pop-up crate that I used to put Cleo in when she was real little and sickly. Well, now I put all their balls in it, and they go inside there and play and stuff. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here because my Chromebook's about to die. Y'all have a wonderful day. I will see y'all in the morning. Be safe, be kind, and peace.